Now, I bought into the identity politics, the race politics of the US yesterday with the reaction to Joe Biden's "you ain't black" disgrace. Today, another example of a white person weaponising racism, and this one has an Australian postscript. Let me start by introducing you to New York citizen Christian Cooper, a keen birdwatcher.
You hear about birds or you see them in the book, you're like, oh, wow, that's an amazing bird. I'd love to see that someday. And then one day you're walking through the woods or through a swamp or whatever, and suddenly flap, 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 flap.
OK, so on Monday, Cooper, a Harvard graduate, was birdwatching in the Rambles, a woodland section of Central Park in New York City, where dogs are supposed to be on leashes. With a dog running around, he asked a woman, the dog's owner, to put her dog on its leash. She refused and, well, Cooper filmed the rest.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm in the Ramble, and there is a man, African-American, who has a bicycle helmet. He's recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African-American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the Ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the Ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
So by the time the police turned up, they'd both gone. But Cooper posted the video on social media and it caused a stir. The woman, Amy Cooper, yes, they share a surname, no longer has her job. Her blatant attempts to use race and exaggerate the incident to turn the police onto this African-American man created a backlash. Her employer, investment firm Franklin Templeton, issued a statement saying they had terminated her employment. "We do not tolerate racism of any kind," the firm said. Now, while this has been playing out, another much more horrific and tragic episode happened in Minneapolis. An African-American man died while being held down by police, even as bystanders filmed the event and called on police to ease off. Now, this is hard to watch, but we need to show you some of it.
I can't breathe, officer.
Shut up.
They gonna kill me. They gonna kill me, man.
Bro, with your feet on his neck, man, you get off the
His nose is bleeding. Like,
yeah,
come on now.
that's wrong right there with his feet on his neck.
Look at his nose.
You just see your knee on his neck. Yeah, you got your feet right on his neck, officer.
46-year-old George Floyd died. 4 officers have now been dismissed. An FBI investigation is underway. And there are passionate protests breaking out now in response to this horrible death. Black power salutes are being given and the volatility of the situation on the streets is obvious and understandable. The video here is central. Investigators will be able to see and hear exactly what transpired. Without it, it'd be just word against word, which is why this tweet from African-American comedian Roy Wood Jr. is pertinent. Black folk, he says, might be time to give a statue to the camera phone. It's done as much for fighting racism as Martin Luther King, Malcolm and Farrakhan combined. Yes, there's no disinfectant like sunshine, and the transparency of camera phones has brought many racist incidents to light. Which brings me back to the Australian postscript. Unbelievably, our national broadcaster, the ABC, posted an online story about that Central Park racism incident earlier today. Its headline, "How a phone call to police cost this woman her job and her dog." Really? The white woman was the victim here, not the African-American man? Thankfully, the ABC later apologised for that headline, blaming an auto-tweet, whatever that is, and changed it to a headline about a woman being fired for calling police onto an African-American birdwatcher. That's better. the ABC shouldn't be afraid to call out racism.